Hello everybody and welcome back to City of Heroes, the Chronicles of Zapp, Paladin. And this issue we are joined by Martian Kid. This is a friend of mine from another MMORPG who has volunteered to assist Zapp with a new story arc here in Faultline. We did the first part of this with Jim Trembler, or Tembler, I can't remember the last name there, and Doc Delilah is the next. She's also going to allow us to do something that is also pretty cool. So, let's go ahead and get started with Doc Delilah as a contact. Well, hello there, Zapp Paladin. Glad to see you made it out of that dust-up too. I told Penelope that I wanted to talk to you for a reason. Now, little Miss Yin told me all about what you've done for her and her daddy, and I already knew that you were helping out Jim Tembler, that poor boy, so I know your heart's in the right place. I'm also guessing that you just might have noticed that there is some awfully peculiar events going on around here. I came to Faultline to investigate the meta-human history of the area, but I've begun to think that we've gotten some of that history terribly wrong. The Buried Past, Part 1. Now, I believe that the story we all know about the Faultline incident has some holes in it, but I need evidence to prove it. That evidence has been scattered in caves and the ruins of old bases all around the zone back when the Faultline incident happened, and I've been out here working to find just what I need. I'm pretty close to understanding what happened, but in order to put it all together, I need to find a better recording of that final battle with Faultline. I heard about the recording you found for Jimmy Tembler, but that's still incomplete. However, I may be able to find a better recording with a bit of help. You see, because of the forces of law and order, I haven't been able to patrol the area until recently. All sorts of villains have been scouring through my dig sites looking for valuables to scavenge and steal. That's why I need someone like you to help me. I just knew you'd be willing to help. My goodness, she just goes on and on. Now, here's my problem. I recently found out that one of the heroes who was at Ground Zero during the Faultline incident may have been recording what happened, and sent a record of it to a supergroup's old base. The poor man died in the event, but that recording just might still exist. As a hero, his name was Akashi Knight, and I think I've found where his body came to rest. But those Sky Raiders have figured out that wherever I try to excavate is also a good place for them to plunder. And now they've swooped down on the site. All I really need you to do is recover Akashi Knight's body. But if you wanted to teach those Sky Raiders some manners, I would not be put out by it. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. So we're also going to run into Sky Raiders for the first time. Alright. So Faultline. What an incredible zone. I'm kind of disappointed I haven't been here more. It got a major revamp. It is, as you can see, the war wall itself is a dam. There's a lot of great history into the zone. I'd go into a lot of it, but unfortunately, just really don't have the time here. A lot of things probably fell into these old caves when Faultline destroyed Overbrook. Yeah, so Faultline, it wasn't intentional. Well, that's what we're going to find out. So, alright, so I'm not on voice chat with Martian Kid. So, we're just gonna have to let him know we're ready. And Sky Raiders. They're what are they? Kind of like a mercenary group. Freelance group, I guess. I don't know how else to describe them. Bad guys. And these jump bots are pretty nasty because when you destroy them, they explode. So they'll injure you if you're nearby. So Martian Kid is a brute, which is kind of like a cross between a scrapper and a tanker, if I remember correctly. They're also kind of like a masochist and sadist because they get more powerful as they attack and are attacked. It's kind of scary, actually, but anyhow. Okay. So we're just gonna... Wow, we're just blowing through these things. And it's a pretty small map. So I always go left when I have a choice, if possible. It's just me. Oh, and it looks... I think I see the blinky up there. So, and the other thing is these radar engineers, oh my goodness, you have to watch out because they will drop force fields. But if they're interrupted, they can't do it. And those force field generators are, oh dear goodness. Things become very difficult to hit. So, Martian Kid was really cool and hit them with something that also hit them with the damage over time. Ooh, yay! Level 23. So we're going to go ahead and exit. I don't think I can call the doc yet. Nope, but I should be able to call her after I go talk to her. So let's go find her. Oh, there was a freak show on that back there, but apparently he didn't care about me. I think Faultline is a 15 through 20 zone. I can't remember. It was a hazard or a trial zone long ago. Now it's like a hybrid. Okay. Buried past part 1. I hope those Sky Raiders weren't too much trouble for you. Their leader in the oh my goodness, their leader in the area is a contemptuous fellow named Captain Castillo. And he's very fashionable, too. He thinks he's some kind of suave air pirate. Would you believe that he tried to put the moves on me? As if I would ever consider that. I know his type. I folded his jetpack in a knot and told him never to bother me again. But I doubt that's even going to stop the Sky Raiders. Oh, now look at me. I'm sorry for venting like that. But oh, their heedless plundering is destroying a lot of history. Anyway, let's get back to work. I want to take a look at that body. Poor Akashi Knight. His body is so well preserved, it's like he was mummified. I researched him a good deal. He really didn't deserve to end up like this, but at least he'll help us learn the truth. Confidentially, I think he would have wanted that. Now, the next step is to get the keys he mentioned from his old place of work. That building's still intact, so this shouldn't be too hard, right? I know that you will prove more than capable, I must say. I am impressed already with what you've done. So let's ask what else she's got. I've had Akashi Knight's body sent to the university, and we've got ourselves a pretty good idea of where he used to work. From the reminder he wrote himself, we can most likely find not only where his base was, but also a way in. I really wish I could go, but if I do, those Sky Raiders will be there like flies on sugar, contaminating my sight. So I must ask you to go to Akashi Knight's old office and find his desk. Who knows what might be living in those ruins these days. I'd be ready for something dangerous if I were you. And my sidekick has wandered off, but we can continue to read here. I can't go with you, but I'll still try to help by going to another site to distract the Sky Raiders. But do be careful. There may be other trouble at the site. Like I said, be ready for anything. Okay, I think she's hinting that there's going to be another faction there. His name was Leonard P. Conway. Akashi Knight, I mean. Time and again, I keep seeing things like this. Otherwise, normal people who give their all to make a difference. Even when they meet sad ends, it still gives me a lot of faith in people. Oh, I nearly forgot. There's a longbow officer up on the dam who wants to talk with you. He's called Agent G. I talked to him some when he first showed up, and he seems nice enough sort, if a bit terse. Well, after you investigate that office, how about you head on up to the dam and see what's on his mind? My goodness, I just have a hard time reading now. Okay, so we're going to investigate office, but my sidekick has wandered off. So until he comes back, as you can see, Faultline was a normal city city zone named Overbrook, and the events of Faultline literally triggered a fault line. Now, before the revamp, there was no water in here. There was just a giant Grand Canyon-like crevice throughout the entire zone. The northern part of the zone up here, this way, was somewhat untouched, but all this down here was pretty much destroyed. And you can see they're trying to rehabilitate it. So much to the point where somehow they're salvaging these buildings that really I don't know how they even survive. I still think any building that ends up at a 10-degree or more angle off-center just cannot structurally hold. For instance, this one here. But this is a game where superheroes wander about, so realism is out the window. So let's go ahead. Oh, it looks like my sidekick was ready without me knowing about it. So let's go and join the Martian kid, or I should say Martian kid. Leonard P. Conway, aka Akashi Knight, once worked here. It kind of makes you reflect on your own life as a hero. Well, I guess, okay. So what are we going to find here? Huh. Maybe this is what Doc was referring to. Sometimes there are these missions where there's nobody in them. Oh, there we go. And it's Arachnos. I love how I can cheat and do this jumping up and down and be out of their sight, line of sight. Oh, and something else. Whilst in the middle of combat. Oh, we have incoming. There we go. Since Zapp is level 25, or 22 I should say, he actually has access to single origin enhancements now. And blinded, these Night Widows are really a pain. There we go. So, really quick. Just so he is fully decked out with single origin enhancements, so he actually does a lot better now. He doesn't miss as often. Okay. Oh! More incoming! Still blinded, too, up here. So we're going to take care of that with an accuracy. This time it was just a Blood Widow. Those are not as annoying. They're still nasty, but not as nasty as the Night Widow that we saw earlier. And I saw a drone fly off over this way. At least I thought I did. There it is. Okay, are we going to get one more wave of these incomings? Doesn't look like it. Okay. So between Martian Kid's holds and Zapp's holds, we can actually hold a boss. That's pretty darn cool. Because if you stack enough holds on a critter, they will take eventually. Incoming! At least I think. Okay, I thought those were NPCs on their way in. Did it get away? Actually, we'll attack the Blood Widow first. There we go. She was hiding over there. Alright. Oop, we have Arbiter Sands. Oh, Arbiter Sands! Arbiter Sands is a regular. He's like a friend that just keeps showing up. What did he say? I think I'm done here. You'll excuse me if I don't stay around. Yep, Arbiter Sands. Go ahead and clear out these vagrants that are hanging about. There we go. Okay. Take Arachnos evidence to Agent G in Faultline. This has ambush written all over it. I don't see an ambush yet, but anytime you take evidence to Y. But we do get to see something that was introduced when they revamped Faultline. When it first came out, you could not go through here. You could see through the war wall to the south side of Faultline, but you couldn't get to the south side. And this was added. You're traveling through the dam at this point. And now you can actually get to the south side, which is pretty darn dangerous. But Agent G is standing right here. So, greetings, Zapp Paladin. You can call me Agent G. I'm glad you brought this to me. It puts a name on our opponent, Arbiter Sands. We've been trying to find out why Arachnos is here and what they're planning. Right now, all that we know for certain is that they're having trouble with Sky Raiders. It's slowed them down, but it's also made them tighten security, making it harder for us to find out what they're really up to. PCM? I wonder. I'd suggest you keep working with Dr. Stein for the moment. She's trustworthy. She's also onto something I've suspected for some time. I may ask for your assistance later. If so, I'll send a message to you through her. Thank you again for your cooperation. Thank you for your cooperation. Yes, sir. Arachnos is mixed up in this? Well, now, I should have known. I'm so glad you spoke with that Agent G fellow. He's a good man for a government type. So this is Akashi Knight's cache? Let me see it. All of these things hidden in his desk, an entire hero's life. And this is all that's left. Oh well, let's not get too gloomy. Leonard P. Conway did a good job. Did a lot of good in his life. And now this may help to save many other lives. And if I'm right, clear someone's name as well. We'll just have to get the proof before the Sky Raiders before the Sky Raiders. Reading is hard. Before the Sky Raiders or Arachnos do. This is all getting downright crazy, but it's not over yet. I am just greatly relieved that I have someone as dependable as you to help me. The Buried Past part finale. Oh wow, this is a lot shorter than I thought. I put together all the clues you've recovered, and I do believe that I found the location of Akashi Knight's old base. However, I'm afraid we're not the only ones. The Sky Raiders have figured out that there's something important in that building, and they're already on the way there. Hidden in that office building is the truth behind the Faultline incident, but all those Sky Raiders see is a hidden base to plunder. Zapp, Paladin, you have to go stop them. You have got to stop them. Okay. I hope you are ready for this. A prize like an unplundered base might be enough to bring out one of their leaders. Uncover the truth. What we're looking for is a recording of the Faultline incident that was transmitted to the old base here. According to the schematic, the base had enough power generators and battery storage to keep things running late into the next century. The Sky Raiders will probably already be on scene, so I've gone ahead and chartered a boat so we can slip in without too much of a ruckus. And yes, I did say we. I'm going to. I feel the need for some field work, and if that Captain Castillo is there, I'd like a chance to show him what I think of him with a bit of jetpack origami. I'll meet you there when you're ready. Okay. Select that. So that Martian kid knows where to go. Because until you select the mission, the team doesn't actually know where to go. So I have a feeling we're going to run into Captain Castillo, the Sky Raider leader, who is just fashionable. And if you see him, you'll find out why he's so fashionable. Okay, so it looks like Martian kid is on his way. So breaking the fourth wall here slightly, you know, because we haven't done that before. Martian kid has obviously done this mission before. Doc Delilah is already on shore before the boat's even stopped. Hope she didn't get herself into too much trouble. Well, it looks like she's kind of in trouble already. Oh, and defeat Captain Castillo. Alright. So we are going to find him and see him. So... oh, the darn porters, yes. They teleport all over the darn place. And now that I think about it, we shouldn't have rescued her. Because now we have to drag her with us. Although she is a really good tank, so... she draws aggro and just... nobody else bothers you. Although, right now she's not doing good there. Now she's drawing attention away. As an NPC, it's hard to get her to go in first to draw all the aggro. So... Oh. Typing is hard. Inside the base. Where's Doc Delilah? We must have lost her. Oh. Yeah, oh, there she is. Excuse me. Interesting. I think they made porters a little bit different. They used to port like all the way far away from everything, and you'd have to chase them down. Now they seem to teleport right next to you, which makes them not as annoying. Uh-oh, engineer. Shoot, shoot. Okay, good. He didn't get the force field generator up. Yeah, notice how Martian Kid backed off? Yeah, if you're close to those when they explode, or when you defeat them, they're painful. Hey, don't send that thing next to me. Doc can take it. She's a tank. Oh, good eye, Martian Kid. You took out the engineer first. Ah, get it away from me. Okay. Zapp is a squishy blaster. Up, and he's got a whatchamacall up above, an engineer, so we're gonna take this one out down here so you don't have dual force fields. Oh, and look at that. Because we entered a building on a slant. The actual map is slant. That's really darn cool. Awesome. Whoop, we have a wing raider over here. Oh, I hate this because you can't see. Ah, get it away, get it away, get it away. Oh, yep, there we go. Another jump bot down here. See how he knelt? That was because he was about to drop a force field generator. Boy, they really like pairing the engineers with the jump bots. And what did they say about not missing as much? Another jump bot and raider engineer. Okay, Doc, you're standing right next to something. This is the unfortunate thing about NPCs. They just seem to have a problem occasionally. Yeah. Oh well. Good experience out of that jump bot, though. A +1. Oh, this is even worse. Because there's almost always something like right up here. So you come up that top of that ramp and... Hello! Yep. Engineer! There, Delilah, Doc is doing something. That's good to see. Ow, up missed. So asking if I know the ATs, the archetypes. Okay, Captain Castillo is in there somewhere. He's got to be in there somewhere. There he is. Okay, we'll get to him. And great, she waits forever and hangs around, and what does she do? Now she runs in and she's gonna aggro the entire room now. Oh, this is what... And there's a force field generator up. So I just hope she doesn't run over and aggro Castillo. Yep, and she's just gonna start aggroing the... After all that time where she just stands around, now she's gonna aggro the entire room. Okay, there. Alright. Nope, she's still gonna go around and aggro the entire room. Oh my gosh! Oh dear goodness. Okay. Doc, really? Alright, well, Captain Castillo, let's see if we can get a good look at him. Notice he has his wonderfully fashionable outfit on, with the flames. So, and I don't know how I'm blinded. I forgot what of the Sky Raiders can blind, but anyhow. Let's get up, hover up a little bit, so that I'm not in the midst of all this. Boom, he's down. Okay. I don't even know where, there she is. She's just running back and forth. So yeah, here's a force field generator, and these things are just boom. Okay, managed to hit it. Excuse me. Yeah. Ow. Okay. I have a kitty that is raking the back of my hand right now. Okay, just a moment. Let me put her on the floor. There. So, what he is referring to, this is the thing that Doc Delilah there's a reason why I came to talk to this contact. She does something for us in the overall game. One of many people that can do this, but she's one of them. I thought Laura Lockhart would do it for us. That's why I ran that arc in the last issue. But it turns out I out-leveled her, so I can't run her mission a second time, which is how you trigger it. So it's kind of a silly thing, but anyhow. So here we're going to show Jim Tembler the what really happened, what his father really did. So, hey Zapp Paladin, you're lucky you caught me. Fusionette and I were going to go and visit Blue Steel later. She talked me into getting my ID card. I can't be afraid of myself forever, you know? What's this? The full recording? I'm not sure I really want to see it, but no, I need to. I remember Sidecurse. Never knew my dad worked with him. Oh my... No. This is... I can't. Please shut it off. I can't stand to... I knew it was all wrong, but this... Oh, Dad, what did he do to you? I need to... Zapp Paladin promised me this. If that thing, that psycho thing, if it's still out there, destroy it. You've got to destroy it. Thank you. I needed to see that. Needed to know. I'm still going to see Blue Steel tonight. Now more than ever. Thank you, Zapp Paladin. Thank you. So what happened is his father is the one that's responsible for what happened in Faultline. And he's carried that guilt with him all this time that his father did this. It wasn't his fault, but he carried the guilt. Now he's learned that his father wasn't under his own control. And there it is. Okay, we're going to move this over really quick. We'll read that later. So, I had always entertained the suspicion that something was wrong with the whole story that Faultline is. Was wrong with the whole story of the Faultline incident. Okay, that wasn't me. That's just bad writing. Faultline incident. Oh. Let me put a dark background behind. There we go. Like why William Tembler was helping heroes like Akashi Knight and Blue Steel, even while they were fighting against him and his old partner. His old partner, Psyker. Sorry, I'm trying to read multiple things here. I had thought it might have been a multiple personality disorder created by Psychers, but I hadn't entertained any notion of it. Well, of this. I suppose it makes a kind of sense, though. Psychers knew the changes he wanted to make, but he didn't know much at all about the details of Faultline's life, such as the source of Mr. Tembler's powers, or his secret identity, or even about his son. So you see, he didn't know to change all of that, too. It's going to be difficult to set the record straight on this, but you can just leave all that to me. I think you're going to have your hands full very soon. I just talked to Agent G. He says he'd like to see you. He says it's about what we discovered and about Arachnos. Be introduced to a new contact, and that would be Arachnos G. The truth about poor Mr. Tembler was sad, but we can't stay in a deep blue funk the rest of our lives, now can we? Well, now, if you'll ever excuse a lady, I reckon. I have to write an award-winning paper or 3 out of all this and set the record straight. Keep safe now, Zapp Paladin. So, what did she do? Because this was a time travel incident, we kind of futzed with the timeline, we have been introduced to the mysterious Menders, and this is Oz, or Ouroboros. The mysterious Menders have noted that you have been exposed in some way to temporal transference, otherwise known as time travel. Because of this, you have been granted the access to the Menders Enclave, the headquarters of Ouroboros. You will find that you have been granted a power that can summon forth the Ouroboros door for you and your allies to use to reach the Enclave and find out what the Menders need done. So, where and what is Ouroboros? Well, it's not a matter of where. Ouroboros is a matter of when. So, the Ouroboros portal, I'm going to move this thing. Because I like it over here. And sorry about all that noise. I realized there was a NPC battle going on. So Ouroboros, named for, of course, time travel and, of course, the Ouroboros symbol itself, the snake eating its own tail. Of course, the typical one is the ring. Here it's the infinity symbol. Now, please don't mind all the people. Ouroboros is a convenient way to travel around the city. We're going to come over here away from everybody. Welcome to Ouroboros. And it's a really kind of a neat zone. As you can see, it's just a giant sundial. I think it's a sundial. Kind of. And I know up here is a badge. There we go. Okay. So we have the Chrononaut badge. And what is Ouroboros? Ouroboros is time travel. And it is a way for a character to go back and pick up content they have missed. So you can come over here to what they call the Pillar of Ice and Fire. Or any of them. There's the pillar here itself. But because I don't have anything going, it doesn't know what to do. But there are aspects of the pillar. And what you can do is you can actually go in and look at missions that arcs. And thank you, Martian Kid, for joining us. I really appreciate it. You really helped. So, what it shows you all of the arcs and badge missions that you have missed and you have out-leveled. So now what you can do with Ouroboros is you can go back and revisit ones that you have done, or even go back and do ones that you have missed. So it's really awesome. It allows you to pick things up, like I said, and one of those is possibly, except I don't know where it was. King's Road, it might be in here. Iron Hand, Rumblings. Yeah, I lost my daddy. That's the one that was referred to by Doc Delilah. I lost my daddy. That's you can see I skipped it somehow. But possibly I can pick up Laura Lockhart's mission and do it the second time, because it does change, and it is because time travel is introduced the second time you do it. That's what I was trying to do with Laura Lockhart's mission, is get introduced to a time travel mission that would unlock Ouroboros. And I wanted to do this way, as opposed to just having somebody drop an Ouroboros portal and then entering Oz at level 14. I wanted it to be introduced. So everybody, this is something that I may be coming back to visit in future issues. There's also an arc here in Ouroboros that I may do. I believe it starts over here with Twilight's son, a Peacebringer. We're right here. I don't know if I'm going to, because I don't remember if it is a soloable arc or not. I have to be mindful of what I can actually do solo, because it is difficult to get teammates for some reason. So, everybody, I have run a bit long on this issue. I am hoping that you have enjoyed it, and that we got this Ouroboros unlocked. As I said, it is a really cool aspect, and the reason that you see a whole bunch of people hanging out here is, well, people do hang out here, but a lot of people will show up and then immediately disappear, and the reason for it is you could just drop that portal wherever you are, come here to Ouroboros, and then just go to any of these zones. And as you heard me say before, Talos Island is the crossroads of Peregrine City. So it's extremely common to just, wherever you are, drop an Ouroboros portal, go into it, then come back out into Talos Island. So, everybody, I hope you're having a great time watching the series. I hope you enjoyed this particular issue. And if you do want to see more of the Chronicles of Zapp Paladin, hit that subscribe button so you get notified when there's updates. And also hit the like button if you do like what you see. It helps me know if I should keep doing this. I do this for fun, but I do hope that people enjoy watching it as well. And everybody, this is Kuros Paladin, and I will see all of you in the next issue of the Chronicles of Zapp Paladin. Take care and bye.